Radio RFM, home of African music. Right here, we can be more privileged standing next of one of the CEO of Afronews Ortel Mobile. And tonight, with the African communities here in Germany awards. And you say something inside there. The moment you encourage someone to do something, they feel challenged and they want to do it more. However, on your side, what challenged you to do more on this?
You see, I've received a lot of encouragements from people who've seen what I do and appreciated it. And that feeling, that nice feeling you get when somebody tells you you've done something good, you've done something nice, it's so positive. It encourages you to always want to do better than you did. So, I started looking at this community some years back, and I realized that we were not celebrated. We were doing so many good and important things, but it is completely ignored. By reading or looking at the mainstream media, you get a feeling that Africans in this country are only criminals or, doing what should never be done. Yet, there are people doing so many important things which are completely ignored. So we said, well, why can't we try to shift the focus? We know there are people doing bad things, but somebody else will cover that. Why not start looking at all the good things happening so that we can show our community that don't believe what you are being told. We have so many people doing good things, and start appreciating and encouraging them, because this affects even our children. When they only see negative things, they don't have role models from our communities. So that's why we really want to make this award a moment to celebrate what we call African excellence, so that our children can look at the community and say, yes, I'd like to be like so-and-so who won that award. Because that makes a more positive impact than anything else. Yes.
You mean, it just reminds me of that thing they say, celebrate people but not tolerate them, because you're definitely celebrating, and this is such a great honor. You mentioned, sorry.
No, it's okay.
You mentioned about adding 3 more groups next year, to triple the groups. Which are those groups that you are, or what is that, the groups that you're adding next, the categories that you'll be adding next year?
We have a team doing research on the different sectors where Africans in Germany work. So we first want to identify the sectors where we have many Africans doing very well, so we can find a way of including those categories. Because one thing we noticed is that there are people who are doing very interesting things, but they are not so much popular in social media, so you'll hardly know about them. That's why we want to first do this kind of research to know what is not easily visible, so that from there we can look for categories that may not even require public voting. Yeah, because there are people, since they're not popular in social media, they say, well, even if I'm nominated, I'll never win. Yes, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve to win. So we have to create a balance, so that even people who are not so popular in social media can win, because we research on what they do and help them bring it to public light. Yes.
And for those who are popular, or for those who know they have social media platforms, where would they go for next time? Because I've had a couple of people here saying, I want to be there next year. I want to be one of the categories doing all this voting or being voted for. How are they going to know how next time they're going to be on those categories, or how can they register themselves? And what are the requirements?
Well, so far what we've been doing is we announce like 2 months in advance that nominations will start on this date. So if you know somebody you feel we should recognize, somebody you feel we should celebrate, feel free to nominate them. We provide a form where you provide the name of the person, details, any evidence you have of what they've done, your contacts and their contacts, so that once we have that information, our awards team screens that. Then we contact the person as well and request for more information. And this is where we have the problem. Most of our people, when you ask them for information, they don't get back. So you are stuck. At times you find yourself with a very good potential nomination. But since the person is not getting back, you just don't know how to help. Yes. So they can really help us by getting back. And, like if I approach you and ask you, tell me what you are doing, show me, even pictures of what you've done, send me your story, just
Anything.
tell me anything to help me understand what you do. They don't get back. So you just don't know how to help them. But, we pray and urge our people to open up. Tell us what you are doing so that we can help share it with the bigger public. And without their cooperation, it's really difficult because we can't invent things about you. Yes, your life is your life. So if you tell us, and then, that's also a way of being a source of inspiration to others. Because, to be an achiever, you must have gone through very many challenges. So the process you went through, that in itself is a very important way of showing people what, they should do to become successful.
Communication is vital and cooperation as well.
Yes, it is vital. We must learn to be communicators. Unfortunately, and I repeat this, unfortunately, our people are so reluctant. They're so reluctant. So if they open up, they'll help us. And that's what we pray for, because we would like to celebrate each and every person doing important things. Yes.
That's awesome. Now to the next question, which is actually going to the fun part of life. Do you believe in love in the first sight?
What does that mean?
There's somebody who just met their husband, or they met this guy and they're like, oh my God, I'm in love with this person, and they just get married. And there are people who believe really in that.
Love is a mystery. It's a mystery. It is something you can never understand, and you should never even try to understand. So if it hits you, there is nothing you can do, because you don't even choose to love. Yeah, it is something that goes beyond your power as a human being. So if your heart chooses someone, I'm sure even if you met that person just for the first time, there is nothing you'll do to stop it. So once love gets into you, the best thing you can do is to be obedient. Just be obedient, and because you can't go against it. You'll never succeed. You'll never succeed.
So do you believe in half cup, or as a half full cup, or how do you call it? Half glass full or half glass empty?
Well, me always look at positive things. And I always believe that what I see can grow. So that half full glass, I would like it full. I wouldn't wish it to be empty. So any person I see doing something, even if, the others don't believe in that, I always believe with some little encouragement and, even just showing the path, helping people have the right connections can help them fill that glass. So it is our duty not to break that glass, not to empty it, but to find a way of filling it. So our contribution to filling it is extremely important.
I never saw it in that aspect. I see on my right side is our CEO who is ready to say something. Our boss.
You know, it's very happy to stand here with the CEO of Afronews, and it's an honor to receive this event for the Radio R team out there who have done a tremendous job, both here in Germany and Kenya. Thank you so much, because we have something to smile about. It is 2 years down the line that we are standing here, and so many people, most of them sometimes behind the scenes, behind the cameras, like the most amazing human being there. My question just is for the people of Stuttgart. Are we going to see in the future having such awards happening in Stuttgart? Or are we going to drive all the way to this place?
This is an interesting question. We've actually had suggestions to bring it to Stuttgart, and you never know. You know, tomorrow is another day. We've started in Frankfurt. Now we are in Eschborn. Who knows where we'll be next?
I'm telling you, keep on waiting, keep on waiting. We're going to make sure that one time, they drive down to Stuttgart, to where your home of African music is. Afronews.de. This is where you can get each and every news from all over the world, including our own country. I always call it like that, the big continent that we have called Africa. So keep it on watching, keep it on going to Afronews, and we're going to be streaming this one-on-one to tell you what's happening on the world. I'm very happy to see you here. Thanks so much, Victoria, for inviting me here too, and for having the CEO here. One word for the people who are listening, your home of African music. And I want to divert you from Afronews.
Yes, love African music. Appreciate it. Appreciate the good work this team is doing to help celebrate our culture. You know, culture is extremely important. And the most effective way of letting people appreciate our culture is by letting them get to know our music, dance to it, and because, you know, music is a universal language. It's like love. It hits you, and you know, it's the only thing that makes you behave in a crazy way. You know, music makes us behave like mad people.
Music makes us behave like mad people. Love, sometimes. I asked someone here, do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah. He gave me a very long answer. I don't know. What about you?
We just discussed that a few minutes ago.
Thank you. Thank you. You see, she has it. She has it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave you with Victoria here, because I hear inside there's some African music. I need to catch up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was our CEO of Radio RFM, home of African music, with our sir here from Ortel. He did not tell us his name. I really want to know his name.
I'm Stephen Ogongo. Yeah. I'm the editor of Afronews.
Okay, that's awesome. He is the editor of Afronews. And keep on, like Mr. Kanida said, just go to the Facebook, on Instagram as well, on the afronews.de
website. Yes, afronews.de. Yes. And there you'll find links to all our social media handles.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I really appreciate you for your time and as well your smile. And that was Radio RFM, home of African music.